Hey, Leo Dreger here. In this lab, I want to talk to you about MD5 sum. You can virtually download this from anywhere on the internet. One of my favorite places that I know is clean that I can always reference this tool is from etree.org. It's one of the first Google search results if you just search for MD5 sum. Once you get a hold of the MD5 sum, just download it and put it anywhere where you want to run it. In this case, I have it downloaded to the root of my C drive. So I can easily check that by doing an MD5 star, and you can see, whoops, MD5 star, and you can see the MD5 sum .exe utility. So I'm just going to run this MD5 sum, and we're going to do this to snow.txt. And here's an example of the hash or the message digest, which is 128 bits or approximately 32 characters for the actual file snow.txt. Relatively easy command to use. I'll do a couple different variants of this. MD5 sum snow2.txt, which is a stagode tool, which in this case doesn't exist because I believe I actually deleted it. Actually, let me try to spell the file correct. There it is. So you can see that snow2 and snow is actually the message digest or hashes are different. It ends in DBBA and 63AA. And if we just type the file, type snow2.txt and then type snow.txt, you can see it's the same contents, but the message digest comes out differently. This also proves that the integrity of the stego file has been altered in some extent. So in the previous lab, we actually created the snow lab where I created a stegode file, snow with a hidden message in it. And in this case, you can verify that the integrity of that file has in fact been changed. That's relatively easy to use. Now, while MD5 sum is a great utility on Windows, I want to switch over to some of the Kali tools just to give you a comparison. So let me clear the screen, and we're going to go basically to the Kali Linux menu, and we're going to look for the hashing tools or the integrity-based tools. So it's constantly moving things around on these menus, and while you may remember them where they are or where they are not, it's just easier to search. So in this case, under forensics hacking tools, I can see MD5 deep, which is good to do for a particular directory. But I just want to show you that we can locate MD5 on the system, and this will show me all of the basically the MD5 sums. So let's go scroll back to the top here, and let's look specifically at, it's going to be right around here. Okay, so here you go. So you in the bin directory, I've got MD5 deep, I've got MD5 sum. These two are utilities. I got EAP MD5 password or DH MD5 sums. I've got a couple different libraries, a couple include directories, a couple Python examples. But I want to scroll down and point out that anything that ends in basically MD5 sums is not what you're going to want to look for. For example, these guys right here, these definitely are not helpful in this particular lab, and there's lots of them too, right? If you look, I mean, they're all over the place. So there's several of them, but all of these information files, you're not going to want to know them. They actually get downloaded along with the package information for their specific tools so that you can compare the message digest. In this case, we're going to clear the screen and do an MD5 deep, and we're actually going to do the help for it as well, and then just to get an idea of the use. So it's basically MD5 deep, the options, and then the specific file that you want to look for. And then you can also set this to recursive mode. This does all subdirectories, and in the deep tools, all of the deep series, doesn't matter if it's Tiger Deep or Whirlpool Deep or MD5 Deep, any of the deep series, the value in that is that they can do basically a whole directory at a time. So we're going to clear the screen here, and then we're going to do an MD5 Deep for Etsy. And we have, if you notice, if you don't put the recursive option, it just tells you it's a directory. So we actually have to put the -R, and then it'll go through and then run, and I can collect all of the message digest. But let's do that again in slow motion. So let's clear the screen. I'm going to do MD5 deep with the -R recursive to go the full directory tree. And then I'm going to add a pipe more to the end of this so you can see it one page at a time. And so for every file, I get the respective message digest hash. And it does it all. And it does it at the command prompt or the terminal or the bash prompt. So there's no need to add a third-party utility like hash my files or any of the other MD5 tool suites that you would typically use in Windows. This gets it all right here. And if I wanted to take this one step further, I could not only do the more, but I could actually just redirect this to MD5 deep.txt output, and that'll take all of my my results basically and append them to the MD5 deep.txt. And then I could less MD5 deep.txt, and you can see the contents of that file. So relatively straightforward to use. I've now shown it to you in Windows. I've shown it to you in Kali, the pen testing operating system. I've shown you a couple different variants of the tool. They're all MD5 related, but there's a variety of tools. And there's more as well. So like, for example, locate Tiger. If I just do that, there is a Tiger Deep utility in here. And you can get an idea of actually how to use these with using different hashing algorithms. So if I do Tiger Deep, /Etsy, okay, this gives you all the Tiger hashes instead of the MD5 hashes. So it really just depends on what algorithm you particularly want to use. I definitely recommend MD5 or SHA simply for this the simple reason of that's what everybody's using. While we have Tiger and Whirlpool and Haval and some of these advanced hashing algorithms, to the commonality of what's mostly used is definitely going to be within MD5 or SHA style hashes. So thanks for watching. My name is Leo Drager, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.